Hi, I am Mari, welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to show you how to improve your 4 brushes and also a little bit of technique on how to create a little bit of shadows with it. And we're going to do that with the same brush, but we're going to duplicate that and change the settings. With that, you will learn new things about brushes. So let's start. First, I like to start with a canvas that is 6000 by 6000 sRGB, and I like having a colored background. If yours is white, just go here and change your background color. I will use something that is not white and I will show you why. Let's create something dark here. So to create the brushes, what we're going to use is a brush that it already comes with Procreate. You don't need to download anything from here. And I will use the calligraphy brush, this one, the brush pen that comes with Procreate. And we're going to use white. When you use white on your brushes, that's the color you're going to get on the screen. As you can see, this brush actually has some shadow in it, and we're going to play with those shadows. If you don't want to use that one, we can actually use the script one that is completely white when we have soft press or dark press. So I will use a script and show you the difference between them. So starting with a script, I will create some lines with white, like random hair like this. And then we're going to create some effects with the colors. When you change here this value, then this light gray will be not a bright color when you choose the color on your brush. This give us some depth in our brush without changing the color properties as I did in the previous video. And we can go darker here with this background. Maybe you cannot see it, so I will change the color maybe to a bright color so you can see it. And now some more like dark gray. Now we'll also create some black lines. These black lines actually get kind of cut when you use this shape, and we're gonna see it now. Try to remember where they are located. I'm gonna increase the size of this. Like it's a 4 brush, I don't mind having some blur, so I don't care of increasing here the shape. So this will be our main shape, and we're gonna go to the layer, click and copy this layer without the background color. We're going to take a new brush. Let me go here with the tutorial and erase this one. Okay, so we go here and open a new brush. We're going to change the shape here, edit, import and paste. Now we have it here. I don't know if you can see now the black kind of what it does is like a mask. It works like a mask, so it erases everything you put before. Click done. And now we're going to the Apple Pencil. I don't like that it has this opacity to the maximum, so I will reduce it just to 2% or 1%. The size, I want to change the size with the pressure to have more control of the fur. And very important, we're going to increase the spacing. To be able to see it better, I will increase here the preview size. You can click here in drawing pad. You can also change color and you can increase the preview size. So you are able to see better what is happening with your shape. Another thing I like to do is in properties, I increase the maximum size and a little bit the minimum size. So now we can see what is happening with our brush. When we press, it's large as we change here in the Apple Pens. reduce a little bit here. Now let's clear this, and this is what we have right now. I will go to rendering and choose light glaze. Now that we have this set, we're going to, in dynamics, we're going to add a little bit change of the size as well in the jitter, just a little bit, because I still want the control with the pressure. And click done. Let's try now our brush. Let's change up the background color to white, create a new layer, turn off this shape layer, and choose a font color. I like creating monsters in different colors, so let's choose maybe this color. Let's see the maximum size of our brush. You can see that's the maximum size in a 6,000 by 6,000 square canvas. If I reduce the canvas size, it will be larger for the canvas size. But here you can notice, let me zoom in, that if I keep doing this, I will fill the area with the brush, but I will start losing the texture of the fur. So what we're going to do now is we're going to duplicate this new brush we created. You can also name your brush so you don't have these random numbers. You can set this one as your first one. And then now we're going to duplicate this one, and we're going to rendering. And instead of multiply, let me show you with color what happens when you change the blend mode. So instead of normal, I will go for the linear burn. Here it is, linear burn. So what this does is that every time you pass with your brush over the previous color, it will burn a little bit the color, creating like a darker hue, a darker color of this one. And the more you pass on it, the darker it gets. So you have to like be careful with that. So we're going to add some light from here, and I want it here to be darker. If I think it's too much, I just go back to my previous one without changing color, and I just play around with this, and now I have like a like this texture, and this color changes because, well, that's how light works, right, in real things. So we get darker in the back because we're not getting light on the back of the hair. Now we need also something shiny here, so instead of changing the color or going with other method, we can duplicate again this one, and in rendering we're going to choose screen. Click done, and now with this we can create our lighting on the top, well, or where your light is coming to your object, in this case our little fur monster. If you think you passed too much, like I did here, I think, oh, I exaggerated too much in here, we can use the same brush for blending. What you're going to do is like you press here, and it will immediately change the brush to the one you were using previously in here. So now, if I click here, I'm using my last brush, and I can blend a little bit the colors in here. Change the opacity a little bit. Now I can blend the colors if I didn't like what it happened. And I blended with the same brush, so I have still that fur texture in between. So this is a method I like to use because it reminds me just a little bit of traditional painting. Instead of playing with layers, I like to like redo over my painting. I'm practicing also shading. It's a good way of practicing shading and adding some texture to your drawings. So I will leave you right now with this. and I hope you practice your shading, your lighting in your drawings. I'm gonna leave you like that and finish this for friend, maybe for an animation in our next video with Procreate Dreams. So thank you for today. Don't forget to subscribe and see you next time. Bye.